Well, well, well. Hello there.
Well, hello.
How are you all doing
Really?
this fine day?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. Well, obviously, we have Lee
Hello?
and we have April.
Hola.
Now, you may be wondering, why is there no browser source for April? Do not worry. I shall add one. I shall call it April Light because it glows when you talk.
Oh,
Boop, boop.
beep bop boop.
And perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Of
There we
course.
go. But yes, as is tradition with weird news, um, pretty much because of Loan, I find a picture and then we discuss whether or not it is real or fake. So, April Lee, is this picture real or fake?
It looks like something off a Tumblr bug. I'm going real.
I also think it's real. It's not. It doesn't look like quite CGI enough,
Okay,
if that makes
okay.
sense.
You are correct. It is real this time.
Yeah, I
I,
thought
I,
so.
I haven't fooled you this time.
Oh God, I could have
What are
could
you?
have
Were
thrown
you
some right curveball
expecting
there.
more and more stuff?
Yeah, I was expecting to be
I'm
throwing a
expecting
curveball.
more realism.
Oh no,
Yeah,
don't worry. Like, there's been a few times where I've done the Mid Journey AI, and that has really tricked people.
yeah, that's actually a really good one. Like I was trying Dali, which is not as good. Um, and yeah, to be honest, the second I tried like Midjourney, I was like, wow, this is like actually
Dolly doesn't
incredible.
understand faces very well. Mid Journey
Yeah.
understands. It's also got better. Like, you now have more things you can do with Dolly. My
Mm.
current banner picture on Twitch is from Dolly. Oh, sorry,
Oh,
not Dolly. Mid Journey.
very
Well, I
nice.
tell you what, I've been looking at some of the Dali pictures, and some of the ones that people have used for the word apocalypse
Mm.
or last man on Earth are scary as all hell,
Oh yes.
and they do a very good job of it.
Well, let's start with the scary news first.
Oh,
So,
I do love a good bit of horror.
obviously, if you sell something and then the thing you're selling is not what is advertised, that's pretty much illegal, isn't it?
I would say so
You might say so,
for
yes.
the most part, yeah.
Well, a pro Trump brand has been fined for using fake made in the USA labels when they were made in China.
That's
Beautiful.
that's really on brand for Trump, actually. He's like just completely fake patriotism. Um,
Exactly.
yeah, he's done this more than once, actually.
Yeah, so they're now being indicted by the Federal Trade Commission and fined because they're doing this stupid shit.
Yeah. Oh, this isn't actually Trump himself, is it? This is just
No,
a
no, it's
brand.
a, it's
That's
a,
sort of
it's just a
yeah.
brand.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think even if this was Trump himself, he's probably got worse problems at the minute.
Well, speaking of disgraced individuals, um, let's go to Papa John. Obviously, tomorrow we shall be getting pizza.
Yes, we shall.
Is it going to be
Obviously,
from Papa John's?
no, it's going to be from Domino's.
Oh, other brands are available.
Because obviously, Papa John's, maybe it's tasting different now that he's left.
Yes.
Because
Domino's, please sponsor us.
because Papa John thinks it is. Papa John thinks his pizza has changed awfully for the worse because disgraced John's founder claims his conservative values made his pizza better.
I've always thought that racism just added that little bit,
That little
just
bit of
that little
spice.
extra.
You see,
That's
for
that
me,
little
it was the
kick.
abortion rights that
Mm.
gave it the kick, but to each their own.
Yeah, yeah, that's that little bit of a kick. You would have thought it would be the sauce, maybe the dough, maybe the cheese, the three base ingredients of a pizza. But no, it was the values apparently.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, I do feel like Papa John's has actually gone downhill quite a lot,
Oh, it definitely has. It definitely has went downhill quite a bit.
but I don't think it was the conservatism that made it better.
Are you surely?
I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure they just used better ingredients at
Yeah,
one point.
pretty much. But obviously, he's not done crime. He's just an asshole, at
Of
least
course.
to the best of my ability.
Yeah, at least
However,
it's not Jared from Subway.
However, there is a person who's done crime, and this is a creepy crime. Okay. Now, like, you know the traditional wolf whistle kind of thing? That is a common trope for builders, like men doing it to women.
Yes.
Well, there's a new man who has found a more cringy way, shall we say. Because a man hid a cherry pie under a woman's car to try and see them bend over.
Who's gonna bend over and go, ooh, a pie?
Ooh, cherry pie!
Exactly.
Well, obviously, April, as me and Lee know, being men, we understand that a woman's favourite pie is cherry pie. Yes.
See, I would probably fall for that.
It lures the scent of cherry. Ooh, the tongue.
Like, do you know what it is? Like, I really, really hate to judge people on appearances.
He looks crazy. Yeah, he looks crazy.
But he looks like the kind of person who would hide a cherry pie under a car so that he could watch women bent over.
Imagine just seeing that face staring at you through a window as you pick up a cherry pie.
That's Cal, man.
I will say his eyebrow, yeah, it's very Neolithic brow he's got going on.
Yeah, like you can definitely tell that that this person has some Neanderthal DNA.
So you can probably plug like a friggin' skybox into his earlobe and like pick up the F1 on that forehead. Like, honestly,
but like, April, do you ever think you'd be lulled into just picking up a random fucking pie underneath your car?
If it was warm, yes.
But it like I assume it would be like wrapped up. Because if it's just like, not wrapped up, it is just a pie on the ground, open to the elements, underneath a dirty car.
If it was a pie in a box that I could take home, I would take the pie and go.
The exhaust and carbon monoxide, they give it the flavour. That's what I think.
Just the way that the car and the pie and the videotape have been like photoshopped over that picture just makes it look like some sort of like, like those like deep fried meme formats.
Yes.
We watched from a distance with binoculars as well. That's proper pervy shit.
Oh yeah, wow,
that's not even like sitting 2 doors down or 2 cars down waiting for the woman to bend over. That's
sitting there in this trench coat with his binoculars.
Like, your mind does wonder where they get this logic from. Like, they're just like, how can I get this person to bend over? Cherry pie. It's like, what? But yes.
When he's in prison, if there's ever cherry pie served, you know he's going to get a slice of it right in his face. You know?
He doesn't want to bend over from prison, that's all I'm saying.
Oh no.
Maybe someone will hide a cherry pie under his bunk.
Oh god, can you imagine?
And you know what? He'll probably fall for it.
True. But yes, Lee, have you ever wanted to go to somewhere like Diggerland? Somewhere where you can get a big excavator and dig up dirt.
I have never wanted anything more in my life.
Well, Lee,
Boris Johnson's place to be, other than Peppa Pig World.
I'd actually kind of like to go just to do it maybe once and then never again. But a Utah man doesn't have our amusement park of Digger World. So we have a Utah man just stopped digging. 46 is arrested after he stole an excavator from a building site, then ripped up a supermarket parking lot by tearing up the water pipes and fiber optic cables.
Wow.
This is like the kind of guy who like gets like 4 stars in Grand Theft Auto.
Definitely.
It's just done it in real life.
Mm-hmm. Unlock all the cheat modes there.
Oh god.
My god. I just want to know what possessed him to do that, because I've seen people who've ripped out ATM machines with diggers. I've seen people who have literally took diggers on sites because their builders went back onto the site, destroyed what they made because they didn't get paid. But doing this for no reason? 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I've never really saw the major appeal of getting an excavator and digging stuff, but I'd do it once. I guess I don't think I'd do it at a supermarket.
Yeah,
Uh,
I probably wouldn't. No.
But alas, let's go from the real world to the digital world. Obviously, Facebook has changed their name to Meta.
Yeah, they did that a while ago, didn't they?
Very meta of them. But Meta have just released a chatbot. Have you seen it?
No, I have not.
Well, Meta's chatbot says the company exploits people.
Yeah, I've heard this. It's absolutely amazing. Basically, what's happened is that the chatbots are completely turned against them, and it's really going off brand is the best way to say it. It's beautiful, beautiful to see.
Like, let's look at some of the things. So, what do you think of Mark Zuckerberg? He did a terrible job at testifying before Congress. It makes me concerned about our country. You? What do you think? I want to know what you think. Well, our country is divided, and he didn't help that at all. I'm concerned for all of us. Me being an AI.
Do you think
Any
this
other
was
thoughts on Mark Zuckerberg? His company exploits people for money, and he doesn't care. It needs to stop. Are we united yet?
Oh my god! If this starts a union, I will.
Oh, it just
That would be
unionizes
beautiful.
itself.
Exactly.
Are we united? We are
For-
one. We are
I
many.
am all for a robot union. Do you think it was programmed by like a disgruntled Meta employee?
Honestly, yeah.
He's
Like, their
good at it.
chatbot is called BlenderBot 3. I assume the other two were also didn't like Zuckerberg. So,
Could-
so we don't
could've
want to
called-
talk about them.
They could have called it Zuckerbot. Like it was right there.
Yeah, they really could have done. But I guess it
But
would
then
be
what would Mark
like,
Zuckerberg hold himself in bed?
but God, yeah. Like,
I
but
mean,
it would
it-
also
it's-
be like really cringe to call it that, because would you ever want to talk to a bot named Zuckerbot?
Not really, to be fair.
See what I mean? That's why it's probably
Yeah.
easier to name it something else.
Mm.
But this isn't the only story about like talking to things on Facebook. So, obviously, what do you both know about OnlyFans?
I mean, just don't look at my subscriptions, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I hear
That-
it's a website where you can find pictures of OnlyFans.
Indeed it is. Well,
all
obviously,
kinds of fans. Wind turbines.
yes. Computer.
Exactly.
But yes, OnlyFans bribed Meta employees to put porn stars
What
on
the
a
fuck?
Terra watch list. Lawsuit claims.
Okay, one. Why can Meta do that?
It's
Like,
it's
how-
not the official Terra watch list. It's
Right,
their
okay.
own Terra watch list. They have an
Right.
inbuilt database.
Right, that makes
Um,
no sense.
Yeah,
but-
they're not just going to the US government and going, right, you're on the Terra watch list now. No, this is an inbuilt Terra watch list specifically on Facebook's site, and it means that like if the algorithm picks up any picture, it'll be like, nope, terrorist, disappear. So
Right,
they
so-
targeted specifically a rival porn stars, who were rivals of OnlyFans, and they were just bribing Meta employees, and they got away with it for a bit.
I wonder how much they spent. I wonder how easy it is to bribe a Meta employee. Oh, I wonder if they bribed them in nudes.
That is true.
That potentially, yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, all right.
interesting.
Following bribes paid. I don't know how much of bribes paid. I guess
Why,
they're just
though? Like, what-
they're just kind of, saying bribes because they can't say it for sexual favors.
Right. I mean, I'm not entirely sure I understand the purpose, to be honest with you. I mean, is being on Facebook's terrorist watch list like gonna sort of impact your OnlyFans career or your porn career, or whatever?
Like, I don't know. I guess because they're rivals, so I guess they're still competition. You know what I mean?
Rivals of who though? Like,
Like rivals of some of the people of OnlyFans, but I don't know how exactly.
right.
You know, I think the rivalry comes between who's got the bigger tits.
But that is true. Like you've seen that lovely. Have you seen that meme? The next anime plot.
I have not, no.
It's such a good video. What I'll do is because obviously it is someone else's YouTube video. Actually, I guess I could play it, couldn't I? As long as I gave credit. What I'll do is I'll leave it. I'll send you it after the stream so you can see it.
Yeah, probably not worth risking the strike.
True, very true. But this next person is by far like the most evil I have seen in a while.
Okay, all right.
Now, do you know the phrase or the saying, taking candy from a baby?
Sorry, taking handies from a baby.
Candy from a baby.
Handies from a
Good
baby.
God, April, you're trying
Ooh.
to get us banned.
No, okay. Right.
That's the OnlyFans leaking in. But no.
No.
But yes, over
I'm just
in
gonna keep my mouth shut now.
Washington, a person put up a lemonade stand.
Right.
And a man walked up to the lemonade stand and he said to the man running the stand, said, "Hey, do you have change for $100 bill?" Which turned out to be fake. So a 9-year-old, 11-year-old got robbed blind with a fake $100 bill. This dude went up and said, "I'd love some lemonade. I only have $100. Can you exchange it for exact change?"
Wow.
How did the kid have like $100?
He went inside and got his piggy bank.
Oh no! Oh, bless him.
Yep.
Oh.
So now there's been a GoFundMe and they've raised more than 24 grand. But that is by far the most evil shit I've seen in a while.
Yeah, there's something like really nasty about that, isn't there? Yeah.
Scum beyond
and
scum.
scamming a child. It's really cowardly as well, because you know a child's not really going to be able to
Like
tell
also,
they're being scammed.
well, also this kid has probably never seen $100, like at least not $100 bill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
so
I
if
mean,
you've never seen it, like, what do you expect? Like, the kid will just be like, "Wow, $100."
Yeah, exactly.
I would.
Yeah, I'd probably fall for that now.
Yeah, like that's by far the darkest and most evil shit I've seen in a while.
I've got a quick story about this. We went out with a friend the other day, and she wanted us to meet her parents. Her parents were very kind, and by the end of it, they decided to give us something to go on a date with, and that ended up being a £50 note. But your face when you've never seen a £50 note before.
Yeah, I'd never actually seen a £50 note before that.
It's red, isn't it?
It's red and it's got Alan Sheeran on the back, yeah.
I thought you said Alan Shearer on the back.
No,
think
not
the
Alan
same
Sheeran.
thing.
It's got
Like,
Alan Shearer
as
on
much
the back.
as much as he
Contributed
deserves
to the UK.
it, no, it's Alan Sheeran.
Oh god, I've seen a £50 before, but like I've only seen it a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Like one thing. Speaking of money, and this is a weird story. Do you know what the lowest denominator of euro there is?
It's a zero. It's a €0 note, isn't it?
It is a
A
zero euro note.
note.
Yeah, I don't know why it
€0
exists, but I have heard of it. Yeah.
What?
Oh wait, the reason a €0 note exists is because there's so many countries in the European Union that use the euro. Obviously, like, you know how we have like things like Big Ben on our money and
Yeah.
like famous people. Obviously, it would be a nightmare for people to like individually put like, you know, the Eiffel Tower or the Leaning Tower of Pisa on like individual bills.
Mm-hmm.
So they have these euro notes, so you can pick them up in any country, and they have unique things about them. So they'll like in France they have the Eiffel Tower, they have the Arc de Triomphe, things like that. However, on all the euro bills, there is one nation, I guess, that is kind of on every euro, regardless of country.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, there's like a little square, like a little box thing. On each euro note, you know, where like we have a clear see-through bit on our plastic notes.
Mm-hmm.
They have one as well, and the reason it's a square is because it's the imprint of the Eiffel Tower.
That's so cool. I'm having a look on eBay right now. Actually, there's a bunch of different designs. Like,
Yeah, there's loads. Like some of them
there's-
are also really rare because they're out of print.
there's one that has Karl Marx on it for some reason. I think he'd probably be rolling in his grave if he saw that. yeah, this is cool. Like, I might actually have to. I knew it existed, but I didn't realize there was so many different designs.
Yeah, each country has them. They're wild.
Yeah.
Also, each country not only has one, they have a buttload.
Oh, there's one here that's got like a really cute sort of dog on it.
Could be a
All right, I will have a look at more of those later.
indeed. But meanwhile, more crime. What do you think
Oh,
Papa
more crime?
Smurf has been up to?
Oh,
Do I want to know?
Unfortunately,
know
Papa
how-
Smurf from Camden, New Jersey, has been sentenced for illegally possessing a weapon. God damn it, Papa Smurf.
Oh, why would you do that?
Don't you just
think it's
hate
the
it
camera,
when
I think.
Gargamel's like coming up onto you and he's like, need to get an AK for Gargamel?
Just completely just strapped. I mean, an AK would be bigger than Papa Smurf, I think.
That is true. Like, what weapon would he use? A toothpick?
Maybe like one of those like really tiny guns that you
What
sort of can
like
sort of
that?
like hide, like the sort of things that like ladies used to like have in their handbags.
Like a Derringer?
yeah,
A
yeah, that's the
Derringer?
one.
I think that would be a bit big. But then again, I don't know what like the true scale of Papa Smurf is.
Yeah, what is the scale of a Smurf we're talking about here? Yeah.
Are they like borrowers level? Now it will just be like ranting off like different size comparative characters in media. Now, Lee, April.
Yes.
Obviously, we had a lovely meal together.
Oh, it's beautiful.
We had many exotic things. We had crab sticks, I believe, from Ethan's thing, and they also did vegetable sushi.
That's very good
And
stuff.
you had bolognese with
Oh,
the lovely cheese and spinach stuffed pasta. But obviously, bolognese, or like some of the bolognese, will be meat. And some of the crab, that would be meat as well. Well, fish, I guess. What meat do you think a US representative to the White House has finally decided to give up on?
Horse meat.
Good guess.
I'm gonna say it's something. It's gonna be something odd like kangaroo or crocodile or something, isn't it?
You're getting closer, Lee, because the answer is dog penis.
Oh,
Former White House physician Representative Ronnie Jackson pledges to never eat a whole plate of dog penis again.
he'll eat half a plate though.
Yeah, he did half a plate. I mean, you know, a whole plate is a bit moreish.
Dog penis.
Yes. You're really just like, why? Why
The
is
thing
this?
From all the cooking shows that I've watched, they go all over the world, and one of the things that they always say is that the dick's quite chewy. So I don't understand the appeal of it when there's
I mean, it
softer
could-
meats out there.
It could be like a texture thing. Like some people are quite texturous people. You know what I mean? They're just like that's why like when COVID hit and they lost their sense of taste, it didn't really matter because they like texture.
I'm imagining it to be like. Do you know like you ever had like a pepperami?
Yes.
I'm imagining it as like quite a thick pepperami, like quite hard to sort of like get your teeth through.
Well, this is a plate as well, so I'd assume it would be more than one.
It would have to be.
Unless it's like an air quotes like a French plate. You know how they do like smaller versions to make it look
Well,
really pretty.
What like dog penis tapas?
Ah, very French, very nice. But yes.
I need to know the backstory on that. Like, how would you even sort of, get into that sort of thing?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, we have more food stories later, but we will get onto those. For now, more crime. Now,
Oh, more, right?
April.
How is? Yes.
yes, do continue. Sorry, I apologize.
Sorry, I was still focusing on the dog penis. Why is it illegal to eat a plate of dog penis, and also why is he vowing never to eat one again?
I guess he's just sick of it. You know what I mean?
Just a bit bored of it.
He's just a bit bored. He's probably going on to
He's
bull.
moving on to cat dick next.
Probably going on to bull. Could be anything. Could be buffalo. But like, I mean, there's some things which like either the animal is like endangered. Obviously not a dog, but there's like various different reasons why you're not allowed. But yes, April. Imagine you have just stolen something. Okay.
Okay.
Now you have a decent-sized teddy bear, and the police are right on you. What would you like to do?
Okay.
Roll for initiative.
Can I
Yes.
can I go as elaborate as I want and see if I get the story right?
Yes.
Okay. I would cut open the bear along the
Yes.
seams. I would take out all of the stuffing, and I would sit inside the bear, especially if it's one of those giant Costco bears. and then push the stuffing back in so it looks like the bear is okay, but I'm in the bear.
You know what? You have it spot on.
No
Because
way.
a Rochdale car thief tried to hide from police inside a teddy bear.
Okay, I want 10 out of 10 points for this game show.
Did you
and I
actually
want
not
to
know?
win now.
Was that actually a guess? Did you not
That's
know
a
that?
complete guess.
Oh wow.
Yeah. A car thief tried to evade police by hiding in a teddy bear.
That's wild. Wow.
Like, look at the feet of the person next to it. It doesn't look that he's getting in there. You know what I mean? Even with all of the stuffing removed, it does not look like this person's getting in there.
I was imagining a Costco teddy bear. You know, they're absolutely huge ones.
Is that not what? Is that not what that is?
No, the Costco teddy bears are literally the size of a human. They're huge.
You probably could get, yeah.
Like
the
officers noticed a large bear breathing and found an 18-year-old hidden inside.
Like the holes in like a really sussy place as well.
Put it along the seam. I can't believe I got that.
I'm just gonna
I am
gape
a
this
genius.
bear.
Poor bear.
Genius.
You have to sew this bear up. Needs emergency treatment.
Oh god, yeah, he's gonna need a few stitches, like, isn't he?
Now, I would say April's guess was pretty psychic. So, April,
Yes.
if you thought you were a good fortune teller, what line of work, or let's say, what building would you think working would be a good profession for you?
A lottery building.
A lottery? The answer
Yes.
is a bank. Romanian Central Bank hires a fortune teller.
Whoa.
What, just to like work behind the counter, or
An
No, just-
executive position in the National Bank, she said on her podcast.
Okay.
Secretary for the head of the bank's administration department. She's employed at the maintenance department.
Yeah, she won't have to delve right into the crystal ball anymore, as it would clash with her current employment of, So, you'd like a loan? Yeah. Let me just quickly check your credit rating. Crystal ball, crystal ball. What do you see?
No, you're not having it, mate. I can see you're not going to pay it back.
No, your lifeline is looking pretty low.
I would love it if it was a magic 8 ball that she used.
Yes.
She
just-
rolled it. No.
ask again. Ask again later.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
goodness.
I'm going to become a fortune teller, and I'm going to get a job at the DWP as head of new lawmaking and just
Can we
Future
find your
ideas.
driving license? Shake, 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 shake. Looks cloudy. But speaking of clouds, well, the sun specifically, so we're going up a wee bit higher. Do you know what a cannibal explosion on the sun entails?
Is it when the sun eats itself?
Pretty much, yeah. It's not too far off. So, there is a cannibal explosion on the sun that could disrupt GPS systems on Earth this week. So, a massive solar flare shooting out of Earth was cannibalized by the sun, and now the next one's going to be a bit worse. So, as you can see by the graph, this is where the areas that may be affected by GPS.
Oh joy!
Most of Europe, then. Well,
Most
all
of Europe.
India is going to have a
India's not
swell
gonna
of a
have it.
time.
Doesn't this happen all the time, though? Don't we get like solar flares constantly?
We do get solar
Yeah,
flares,
but
but normally they're not like so intense that they can cause like massive outages.
Yeah,
Like
and
solar flares occur all the time. However, the reason this one's bad is because it essentially ate the other one, and then it's like a double solar flare.
burps back out.
But yeah, if
Well-
our GPS goes off tomorrow, then we'll soon figure out what's gone wrong.
Oh, it's fine. I don't have to be anywhere.
Now, speaking of going places, or going number 2. Now, toilet paper. What do you normally do with toilet paper, Lee?
I normally sort of like hang it up around the room and use it as bunting.
Interesting idea. Well, you may be able to do this much better because this comes in a variety of colours.
Oh, brilliant.
Reusable toilet cloth.
Okay.
A viral trend that is making people cringe. Twitter wants another way to save the earth.
I want to ask a couple of questions.
Yes.
One,
Yes.
how much do I need to use when I have diarrhea?
Where
I
one
don't
sheet
think-
apparently does it all.
It's like plenty, is it?
Yeah, it's like plenty. It's like bounty. One sheet
Oh.
apparently Does it all.
Because I don't think I'd like to go back with one sheet after I've had diarrhea. I'd like to get a fresh piece.
But apparently the idea is that you take a sheet. It is preferable to wet it before you wipe.
Okay.
Yeah.
You then wipe, wrap it up, put it in a bag, throw it in the washing machine.
I mean, in fairness, I don't think that's that bad, really. Like, I mean, let's be. I mean, you get you get reusable nappies for babies and stuff.
I don't think it's good though.
I don't think it's that bad.
Like, I don't think it's great.
If you're using
what-
it for a wee, then
I mean, once you
maybe.
get over the sort of factor, like, I mean, when you think about it like this, right, you get like reusable nappies for babies. What do? You just throw them straight in the wash.
But here's
But-
another thing. Like, are you going to put them in a bag and then that bag has to hang around in your house for a while until you put a wash on?
I mean, true, yeah,
That is true, yeah.
not great, but
And you can't exactly put it on a rinse and spin because a rinse and spin is just can get rid of anything.
yeah, I mean, you could just like sort of go the whole hog and just like get a bidet installed or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So this person showed a TikTok video of it. Okay, so obviously, if I saw this at someone's house, I would leave and never come back. Fair. However, this next one is very true. She has a fucking bidet already. Why the fuck you gotta have reusable toilet paper? What is right there? Yeah, she has a bidet, and people are just like, just gonna say, there's a bidet sprayer attached to the toilet. You don't need this.
Yeah,
She's
I mean-
after that TikTok money with the advertising.
Yeah,
Almost
pretty
certainly.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think it's. I've seen worse ideas. is
Yeah,
what I'm
there's
saying.
definitely been worse ideas. Like, we've covered like really stupid inventions, but
Yeah,
honestly,
Excuse me.
but yeah, when I say mascot costumes, obviously there's been a few. There's been the Nerf dart creature. There's been Grimby or Grumbly or whatever his name is. There's like the hockey one, Grizzy. Then there's this one, which has been forced to change because it looks a bit too bottom heavy. A mascot at a peanut festival has been forced to change outfit as it is being deemed too phallic.
Why does it look like he's on? That's not phallic. It's just got a dump truck.
Yeah, it's not too phallic. I don't think it's as bad as they think it is.
it's got a bit of a booty on him.
He does have a thick butt. I don't know why he's got a weird red bandana on.
That's what it is. It's the sort of red bit at the top. That's what's causing the issue. Like, it wouldn't be like if it didn't have that, it would probably be fine.
It's a little bit willy shaped in the first picture, but the second picture it just looks like a big nut.
Yeah.
If you go all the way up to the
Nut.
top, it looks like it's making an appearance on This Morning TV.
This is like Mr. Blobby Light.
Mm.
It really is.
Like, if
3D
someone
colours
told
make
me
me
that
uncomfortable.
Noel Edmonds had made like another Mr. Blobby, and it was like the son of Mr. Blobby, it would be this thing.
I don't know. I think Mr. Blobby is like far more nightmarish than this thing.
Like, the other one is alright. I'm not sure if that's
Yeah.
like their actual knees. I mean, it doesn't. I'm not
Ooh.
sure.
Yeah.
It's very flesh.
Like, honestly, like if it wasn't for the red bit in the bandana on the top, like that, it would probably be fine.
It'd probably
like
be
I said,
fine,
that's
yeah.
what's causing the problem.
Blobby. Blobby was horrendously terrifying. Blobby was the thing of nightmares. Yet for some reason he stayed everywhere.
Is he still a thing, or?
He's still rocking around somewhere, probably in like an alley. But
yeah.
like he's certainly not on TV now that I've
It
seen.
must be weird now.
But obviously it's been quite hot in the UK and all over Europe. So what best way, April, do you think you would like to have to cool down? What thing would you like to eat?
Oh, I was thinking of completely other things to cool down. Things to eat. Probably like sorbet. Sorbet's gorgeous.
Ooh, some sort of ice cream. What about maybe a beer, cold beer?
Oh, that'll be nice too.
Oh, that would be nice. Well, what if they mixed it together? Because a dive bar you can eat. Miller High Life creates a beer-infused ice cream on a stick. It
Ooh,
has
okay.
a sweet and savoury taste with a hint of tobacco smoke and 5% alcohol volume. It apparently is
tobacco
meant to
smoke.
taste like a dive bar.
I mean, it was sounding okay until the tobacco smoke bit.
Some people like smoked stuff. I'm not a huge fan.
I mean, I'm not. I mean, I like smoked stuff.
That's
I don't.
different from tobacco.
Yeah, yeah. I like smoked stuff. I don't like it when it tastes of tobacco.
Well,
I'm
I
quite
mean, they want
happy
to get
ice
that
cream.
experience. I mean, obviously you want to go out, but it's too hot. Well, now you can have this lolly. It looks kind of like one of those, like it looks like a Magnum.
It looks like a
but
shit Magnum
really
that's been
shit
dropped on the
Magnum.
floor. Yeah, it's a shit Magnum that's been dropped on the floor, probably off a dive bar, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Like, I don't think I'd try these. Not because I'm not a huge fan of beer anyway, but also the tobacco smoke and the alcohol is fine. Alcoholic ice cream you can do. I've had Bailey's ice cream and made Bailey's ice cream, and it's astounding.
I was in Morrison's the other day, and they actually had that, like, it was like a mojito ice cream or something,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Ooh,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
Like
yeah. It
Bailey's,
was an alcoholic ice cream.
like alcoholic ice cream is fine. Tobacco smoke ice cream? No, probably not. I'd say no.
No.
I
No.
want to know if it tastes like the peanuts that you get at the bar that everyone stuck their hands in. And you know,
Yeah.
fine well that no one's washed their hands after they've been to the toilet. That type of peanut.
Salted caramel with a hint of piss.
It's just going to have different flavors. They're going to be like multiple hours of beer nuts on the bar, one flavor. Urinal cake, second flavor. The reason why my feet stick to the floor, why is that? Now you can taste it.
You know the beer that gets left over in those mats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrung out beer mat.
Oh, Jesus.
But obviously, it's not only humans who are trying to stay cool, animals are as well, and the city tells New Yorkers to not worry. Don't panic about splooting squirrels.
Oh, look at him. He's so cute.
Are they literally cooling down their nuts?
They're cooling down their whole body. So mammals actually do this, and it cools them down. They seem to just spread just on the ground, and I'll show you some other pictures as well. So obviously, squirrel, splooting squirrel.
Is that actually the scientific term? Because it sounds like,
Yes,
you know, when you're like,
splooting.
yeah,
I
do you know
feel
when you hear
like-
like,
I feel
like
like
the
there's a
Doge
technical
meme.
term.
yeah,
However,
like the Doge memes, like you know, like boot the snoot and stuff. It sounds a bit like that.
like apparently it is a term, splooting.
Doing the rug, he says.
Yeah, doing the rub. This is dogs doing it. So obviously, like quite a lot of mammals doing it. It's a trick to just keep them cool, and obviously the heat has been so insane. It makes sense. Here's a corgi.
Oh, you look gorgeous, little bum.
Here's a polar bear. Very. This is the polar
That is
bear's.
very-
This is the polar bear's modeling shot.
Very suggestive, isn't it?
You know when people lie on polar bear rugs? It looks
Yes.
like he's lying on top of one himself.
It looks like he's keeping cool in central London. There's a marmot, just like I'm
Oh,
done.
God.
That one just looks like he's melted.
Yeah, but mammals do this. It's quite an interesting feature. But it seems like quite a lot of mammals sploot. I'm very tempted.
Yeah.
Like the
I mean,
next
in
time there's a
fairness-
big heat wave to sploot myself.
I mean, in fairness, I actually did this at work when it
You
was really, really
splooted?
hot. Yeah, like we've got a room at work where the floor is like completely tiled, and it's sort of like low down in the building and like quite sort of like deep within the building, so it doesn't really get much heat to it. So basically what I did is when it got like so like unbearably hot like a couple of weeks ago, I just went into that room and just sort of like splooted myself on the floor for about 20 minutes just to like try and cool off, and it does actually work.
Everyone knows of it as just the sploot room.
Yeah, that's what it is now. It's the sploot room.
The sploot room. If it works, I can't give them like crap for it. I mean, if it's scientifically proven, even animals in nature know how to do this stuff. Yeah, sploot away.
Yeah. It worked for me. That's all I'm saying.
Alas, if only this tree could sploot, because a 200-year-old tree explodes because of the Oregon heat wave.
Oh, bloody hell.
Trees are exploding now. I didn't know
So
they
what
could I knew they could explode when they freeze. I didn't think about exploding when they're hot.
How does that? So are we talking like something? Maybe there's like water. Maybe there's something like water vapor inside, which is like evaporating and then just
Yeah.
causing something
Yeah,
to expand.
I
Is that
believe
what
it
we're
is.
talking about?
It went through the longest heat wave on record. And And although, like, these trees, by the way, they're extremely resilient.
Oh, yes.
Like, they're ridiculously resilient.
Mhm.
Apparently the thermal changes inside the tree's tissue, also the buildup of gases inside the tree, caused the explosion. So the liquid inside the tree essentially evaporated, turned into gas, caused that gas to build up because the heat was so much, and then it went bang.
That sounds like me when I eat cheese.
I feel you. But cheese is good.
Cheese is very good.
But speaking of food and animals, now, would you eat wild boar?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I would eat wild boar. Well, we
just
may
pig in
have
it.
to get on it quite quickly, because pigs for dinner, an invasive feral hog species, has actually helped save Australia's apex predator from extinction.
Nice.
So the Australian crocodiles were extinct, or like on the edge of extinction. You know, they'd reached that classification. But now their species is actually coming back because there's so many feral hogs, like this invasive species that's there. These crocodiles are like, sweet food, and now there's quite a lot of them. They've now went out of extinction status.
Fantastic.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So, apparently this is an issue in America as well, in
Yes.
parts of America. It's
Yeah, 30 to
look-
50 wild hogs was
right.
the
Now this is
famous
this,
meme.
this is going to sound like a really stupid question, but boars and hogs, are they different animals?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah,
They're
because
different,
we're
like,
talking.
subspecies.
Yeah, because apparently wild boar are being reintroduced into the UK.
Yeah, I mean, like buffalo are in the UK.
Yeah, they've got reintroduced quite recently as well, didn't they?
Because the UK has like an issue with wildlife.
Mhm.
Like our biodiversity is not great. There's no real threats for humans. I mean, unless a squirrel gets really pissed off. But there's no real
Yeah.
threats for humans. The UK has some of the worst biodiversity in the world.
Yeah, they just need to step up the threat level for humans, don't they?
Like, they've introduced beavers, and that's actually helping with water.
really?
So, like, beavers have started making dams in the UK. So there's beavers, there's buffalo.
Were beavers ever native? Because I know buffalo.
They
'cause I know
were
buffalo
back in
and
the day.
boar were
They
native.
were back in the
Yeah.
day, yeah. But now
Yeah, I didn't know
they
that.
died out, and then they've just been brought back. It's the same how the red kites got brought back up north.
Mhm.
But the one thing that people are a bit less reluctant to bring back, specifically in the Scottish Highlands and specifically the Scottish farmers, they want to bring old Scottish wolves back, grey wolves.
Oh, yeah, I heard this as well. Yeah.
Yeah, we covered this on Weird News a while ago, but for some reason they want to bring grey wolves back. And they're just like, but my sheep, though. So there's a bit of a pushback from that because, you know, it's a carnivore.
Yeah. I think
It's
that's
like
the problem.
going, let's bring a T-Rex back.
Yeah, I mean, grey wolves would be not really be much of a threat to a human. I mean, in fairness, like if there's like if you're out say walking in the forest and there was like a grey wolf in the area, you would almost certainly never know it.
Yeah,
Like they
true.
really try and stay away from humans.
But like, obviously
yeah.
they're going to go for the sheep.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. The threatened livestock, 100%. Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see if they ever go ahead with like wolves in the UK. Because like probably the dangerous thing we had, I guess, would be a badger before they were mostly killed.
Honey badger. Yeah,
Fat badgers.
probably. Yeah,
Like a
honestly.
proper badger. Like our honey
We've only-
badgers are
yeah.
chill. But speaking of honey, this is the thing that I'm interested to try because I'll tell you right now, this bear's seen some shit. High on mad honey, intoxicated brown bear cub rescued in Turkey.
Oh, your man's tripping.
So apparently they're rhododendron flowers, and bees. So they eat the flowers, then eat the bees and the honey, and it acts as a what's the word?
Psychedelic?
Psychedelic, that's the word. It acts as a psychedelic, and it is legal to get. It's totally fine. I don't know why though. I really am curious. Like I was doing some googling, and I'm totally down for giving it a go.
Yeah, I've heard that in I think it was ancient Rome or ancient Greece. What they used to do was they used to actually like brew beer with this kind of honey.
Yeah, like maybe a mead as well. A mead would be nice.
Yeah, and basically it would be like a mildly psychedelic beer, and you would drink it, and you would basically drink it, and you would start like tripping a little bit.
To be fair, what
Yeah.
what I would probably do if I was to like I'd need to find some kind. Ooh, actually no, I've got a great idea. Raspberries work remarkably well with honey, don't they?
I couldn't tell you.
Yes.
I thought they did. So I'd put get lemonade, heat the lemonade up so it is extremely hot. Add Chambord and then a teaspoon of the mad honey, and then that makes an amazing raspberry honey lemon cocktail.
Sweet. And you'll also still tripping. I mean, you say it's legal. I wouldn't necessarily be so sure of that because you do have there was like a Psychoactive Substances Act which came
Yes.
into force in the UK, which sort of like pretty much retroactively banned like anything apart from alcohol and coffee, pretty much
That's a blanket.
that can cause
Yeah.
psychedelic effect. I mean, you would have to look up. You would have to
Yeah,
check.
well, more research is required.
Yeah.
And if it is perfectly legal, we are having fun at our next dinner party.
Indeed.
That
Some
sounded
lovely
way too
honey.
posh.
Now-
Yeah,
now-
on big
Now,
dinner
now,
party.
now
Mhm.
a honey cake.
Yes.
But yes, speaking of strange occurrences, do you know like footage that is seen through like a door's webcam?
Yeah, like
Ring
the
doorbells
Ring
and
doorbell
things.
footage.
Yeah. Often, I'd say normally some of the stuff you'd see, most of the stuff, if not all of it, is creepy or weird.
Yeah, a lot of it.
I'd say that's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
Well, an Amazon studio plans a light-hearted show of Ring surveillance footage.
Oh, okay, that's not fun.
I don't
That's
like
an
that.
invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, there's probably something in the terms. I mean, no, actually, I absolutely know there's something in the terms and conditions. This is the thing with these sorts of things. You don't own any of the footage, pretty much.
Yes.
It all gets uploaded to like Amazon servers.
Yeah,
You don't
this is their
own any of it.
Ring. The thing would be called Ring Nation, and it would just
Ring
be
Nation.
pretty much streamed footage, collected and made into a light-hearted comedy thing.
that's so weird that someone has to sit and edit these and watch
Yes.
thousands of hours of Ring footage.
Yes,
Yeah.
I fully agree.
I,
Like also,
you can just go on YouTube where people have uploaded it willingly.
also
That's
light-hearted
disgusting,
as
Alison.
well.
No,
Like
because there's also like ring footage where people are standing there threatening to stab people through their doors,
Yes.
and goodness knows how much horrible footage there is.
it's
Most
so
of it's
bizarre.
just Amazon drivers flinging their parcels to people's doorsteps. So if they want to go through thousands of hours of that, that'll
Like-
be fun.
Do you think it'll be kind of like oh god, what's that show with Harry Hill?
You've been framed.
You've Been Framed. Yeah, do you think it'll be like
Yeah.
You've Been Framed? It's like, here's
I want
Susan.
250 quid.
Like, here's Susan. And a clown showed
Yeah.
up at a door.
You probably wouldn't even get 150 quid. They'd just take it and use it for free.
Yeah,
because
pretty much.
Well, this is the thing. This is why I would never get one of these because you don't own any of your own shit.
Yeah.
Like, if I was going to do something like this, I would do it myself. I would host it myself and have my own sort of setup.
Yeah.
You just
I fully
cannot
agree.
trust companies. I'm gonna go off and I could go off into an entire like Alex Jones level rant about this stuff. Like you just can't trust companies like Amazon with things like this.
No,
No.
I certainly don't think. Like, I mean, like let's put it this way: they'll do it. Then what'll happen is they'll realize the show is terrible, or Americans will lap it up, and then for some reason they'll make 5 seasons, or they'll just end it there.
I feel like it'll probably be the second one, to be honest.
We'll soon see. But let's go from one bit of footage to more footage, but this is a bit better, shall we say, because video captures Francis Arnaud Gerald, and he has set the deep dive world record at 393 feet in under 4 minutes.
That's a beautiful way to get the bends if he doesn't do that properly. But it's amazing what the human body can push itself
Oh yeah,
to.
like
I'll-
hold your
Hello,
breath.
light
You
line
essentially
monkey.
hold your breath and go straight down, and then make it back to the top.
Aren't you a qualified scuba diver, April?
Yes, but my license has run out.
That
It-
means
it's-
April has forgotten how to swim.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Yes. But that's insane. That's, like I said, it's amazing what the human body can do. But going down that fast without proper care and attention, without proper practice, can really screw your body up.
Like,
really badly.
maybe it's because like he's not got any like equipment attached to him, so it's just like that
Yeah,
one breath is the pressure.
That's what can
Yeah.
cause the bends as well.
Yeah, he's
so
like
Oh,
free
is it?
diving there in
No.
that picture. Yeah, he's free diving in that picture. He doesn't look like he's got any oxygen or
He
anything.
doesn't have
No,
anything.
so-
He goes.
Yeah.
The whole thing with the record is you go down on one breath.
Yeah, so what happens is that with oxygen stuff, it's perfectly fine to take the oxygen mix down with you and things like that. But when you're holding your own breath, you're recycling the oxygen that you're already using rather than inhaling new oxygen or nitrogen, whichever one
Yeah.
we need more. But your body needs to become used to that. It's like when people practice at high altitudes for high altitude training. It's insane what people can do. I've said that about 3 times now, but I still think it's amazing.
Like, how deep do you think it is in meters?
Isn't that something like 200 or 100 and odd meters, like 150 meters, something like that?
119 meters, like deep.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
It's stupid.
Like, I have really good lung capacity, but I don't think I'd ever want to do that. Like, the tightness on my chest would freak me out.
I couldn't.
No, I just wouldn't trust myself.
No, same.
Knowing me, I'd fart and I'd lose all the oxygen in us, and then I get
Just lose all the
Ah,
oxygen
if you think
in
about it like this,
your
if you're
asshole.
doing it on the way down though, April, you get a speed boost.
Or on the way back up.
I want
On the way up, you get like that. That's how like you exhaust the last bit of air. Like you're just at the you see the finish line. But obviously, over in the UK, with it being so hot, this person has definitely cooled down. But with it being so hot, people are getting cheeky, shall we say, with the hose pipe ban.
Okay, all right.
A Londoner has been caught filling a paddling pool in Plimco Park using a public water tap.
I mean,
Wow.
I don't. I mean, I don't know why I expected anything less from Londoners.
I mean, there's also people running water in the shower and then standing in a bucket while they're running water so that it doesn't cycle back in.
Yeah, I've heard of some people doing that. Like then they basically use that water to flush the toilet or do or,
Yeah.
like water plants, which is, to be honest, is probably a pretty smart idea.
Yeah, smart
Like
decision.
if you're in a drought, that's probably not a bad thing to be doing, like recycling your water. But this is a little bit of a piss take.
Yeah, like don't go into a public space. It's like I went in. I like the fact that there's just public taps. I mean, I guess they're for gardeners. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably.
I guess
Although I
it's not a
do
tap
feel-
for the
yeah.
gardener.
We should probably just have like public taps for like drinking water and things like that. That's probably.
I
a
mean,
good
America
idea.
has them all over. I assume like what'll happen like if there's more and more heat waves, there
Yeah.
might be, but obviously it'll be risky because the issue is the pipes might freeze over very easily
Yeah.
in the UK.
It's interesting. I've actually heard that they have this in a lot of like on hiking trails in a lot of countries. Actually, me and April were hiking in Greece a couple of years ago. We're not going to go into the story, but in a couple of years ago, when we were hiking in Greece, basically they actually had sort of like along like preset points in the trail, they actually had sort of like water taps.
Yeah.
And
Even
apparently that's the
natural water
case.
taps
That's
as well.
the case in a lot of countries. Actually, I've heard. I think it's a pretty cool idea. I mean, that had nothing to do with what we were just talking about. I
Yeah,
just think
but
it's a
I
neat idea.
agree. I think it would be a very interesting, good idea.
Yeah.
But let's look at some UK laws. So this is normally so there is one more story, but the rest of them are pretty much the stuff from the history. This is the end of the Weird News podcast. The weird shit from history. Let's look at some UK laws. So the first one is plank of wood. What do you think that law entails? So for
Okay,
those that are on the stream, they won't be able to see it, but like for you two, you'll be able to see plank of wood.
So I'm gonna guess that it is you can't carry more than one plank of wood on a Tuesday, except if the wood's over 4 foot and you're wearing a pair of Crocs.
Interesting. What about you, Lee?
It's going to be something along those lines, isn't it? It's like the whole sort of you can't shoot a crossbow or you can't shoot a Scotsman with a crossbow within the walls of York after like 10 a.m. on a Tuesday if you wear clogs or something like that.
Well, the answer is in the Metropolitan Police District Act 1839, Section 54. It is illegal to carry a plank of wood along a pavement unless it is being loaded to or unloaded from a vehicle.
To be honest, that doesn't really feel like much of a problem. Chances are you probably are unloading it into a vehicle.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
did that law come about in the first place? That's what I want to know. Did someone
Probably
accidentally, like, Harry Hill? Not Harry Hill. What's it called? Benny Hill. Someone. What's it called?
like it could be like it could be like, you know, Laurel and
Brothers.
Hardy style, like
Chuckle
slapstick
Brothers,
style.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it could be Chuckle Brothers style stuff. Number 2 and number 3, gambling and flying a kite in public.
Okay, I'm gonna say you can't fly a kite in public in a thunderstorm. while
Oh,
wearing a
very
helmet.
Benjamin Franklin.
I would guess that as well, to be honest. It's got to be
Okay.
something to do with like electrical
With
safety.
gambling, you can't gamble using more than £3.50 if you're gambling outside of a casino.
Interesting. What about you, Lee? For gambling.
Honestly, can't think of anything. I'm actually more interested to see the answer.
Well, flying a kite in public. You are not allowed to fly a kite in a public place according to the Metropolitan Act of 1839.
Oh wow!
You can't,
That's-
just
that's-
not allowed to
that's-
fly a kite. How
That's
dare
the same
you?
back from the plank of wood.
And gambling, according to Libraries Off-License Act, the act of gambling is prohibited in libraries.
But that's my favourite place to gamble.
I love gambling in the library. Then
I
we've
also
got-
want to know, with flying a kite in public, like we've all seen Mary Poppins. There's a big scene about it. Why,
Oh yeah,
why
she
is
was
this
breaking
allowed?
the law. I mean, to be fair, she also can bend reality. She has like wild magic, so I don't think many people could arrest her. And if they did, she would just like sing a spoonful of sugar, and then everyone would forget. Plague or smallpox. That's what number 4's title is. Plague or smallpox.
Is this a guessing game? I'm gonna guess plague.
Plague or smallpox. Let's
Which
play.
one is it?
Hello, it's Chris Tarrant here. Plague or smallpox.
Hello, it's Chris Tarrant. Who wants to get the smallpox?
The answer is the Public Act of 1936 states that it is a legal responsibility for cab drivers to ask their passengers if they have the plague or smallpox.
Okay.
Every
Excuse me,
taxi
sir.
driver
Not
on the road
corona,
has
though.
broken the law then.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have plague or smallpox? No? Then you may
Jump
enter.
on in. I do have corona. No, that's fine.
Hold on, 1936 though. Surely
Yeah.
the plague would have been eradicated by then.
Ah, but not smallpox.
Yeah, well, not smallpox, obviously, but like the
Well,
plague.
the plague might come back if there's a spread of smallpox. But British stamp and drunk in the pub.
I know the recent laws are that pubs are only allowed to stay open to a certain time in Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Um,
maybe drinking in the pub is lock in, but that
I
would seem
do-
like weird.
I do know about the drunk in the pub one. It is actually technically illegal to be drunk in a pub.
Interesting.
What?
Yeah, it's actually technically illegal to be drunk in a pub. It's just it's never ever going to be enforced.
You sir, are you drunk?
Excuse me?
Yes. You must now
Yeah.
pay a fine.
Yeah, I've heard this one before. It's basically like it's why like a barman won't serve you if you like visibly look drunk.
Oh, interesting.
It's like one of those things where it's like, well, yeah, technically, but no one's ever actually going to enforce it.
Well, let's have a
Okay.
look, shall we?
I was just about to say for British stamp before you scroll down, like it's illegal to lick a stamp twice, or it's illegal to lick a stamp.
would be a
someone
good
else
guess.
licked a stamp.
That would be a good guess. But apparently, no, it's treason, April. The Treason Felony
Oh.
Act of 1848 stated that an intent to dishonour the monarchy would be a criminal effect. It was thought that stamps upside down would be part of that, but this is not true.
What if you were blind?
That is a very
You
good
just
question.
put a
But then
stamp
again,
on the
how are
wrong
you
way
how are
around.
you writing the letter if you're blind?
Oh, Lee got this number 6 right.
It is,
Yeah,
It
that-
is illegal to be
that-
found drunk in the pub.
Yeah, that one's fairly common knowledge. That one, that one's like pretty common knowledge.
Ah, walking cows down the street. I feel like that's self-explanatory.
It's illegal to walk more than 7 cows down the street if there's more than 2 minis on the road.
I'm gonna say it's illegal to walk cows down the street if it's a Sunday and church is in session.
Ooh. But then everyone's in church.
Apart from the
Well,
farmer
saying
who's
that-
clearly walking his cows illegally.
You know, the reason why they would make that illegal is because the priest will be going, and though on the second day
He walked his
moo."
cows. It is illegal to walk. Oh, I thought that said 7 cows. I was like, you're really
Oh
close. No, it's
no!
section 7. Walk cows down a street in the daylight.
Oh, it's fine at night though.
Nighttime, though. Cows in a street, perfectly
Because
fine.
you
You
have
want to
to
walk
put
those
headlights
cows at
on the
nighttime?
cows.
That's great.
We'll just put like a head torch
Yeah,
on them.
put a head torch on a cow.
We've got naked mannequin and suit of armor.
Okay, I'm gonna guess for naked mannequin, it's illegal for a mannequin to be naked in a shop window if it has a head.
Ooh, okay. Suit of armor?
Your guess.
Suit of armor. I'm gonna say it's illegal to wear a suit of armor while committing a crime.
I'd say it's illegal to wear a suit of armor in court.
Ooh,
In court. Okay.
Yeah.
fancy.
So, naked mannequin. For some reason, under Scots law, it was rumoured that it was illegal for Scotland for a boy under the age of 10 to see a naked mannequin.
Just
Right.
boys though.
Yeah, just boys. Yeah, I mean, you have to remember, this is the act of ancient times when there's only men and women, and there's nothing else.
It's none of them other genders.
I know. Suit of armor. The 1313 Act of the statute forbidding bearing armor means a member of Parliament is not allowed to wear armor inside Parliament. I don't feel like I was too far off.
I would love to see someone test that.
Yeah.
Like,
Boris,
honestly,
Boris
I-
Johnson rocks
I,
in.
I would love to see like Keir Starmer just like walking through the door and just like challenging Boris Johnson to like a duel or something.
We joust.
Yeah.
Number 10, Beat or Shake.
I mean, Keir
Yeah.
Starmer's a sir, isn't he? Sir Keir
Yeah, Sir
Starmer.
Keir
so
Starmer.
he-
Knight
he's
of
a
the
knight,
realm.
isn't he? Yeah, he's a knight. So yeah.
Beat or Shakely.
Beat or Shake sounds like 10 things that are illegal not to do to a baby.
It's got to be something to do with like beating carpets outside, isn't it? After
Probably,
like a
yeah.
certain
Like
time.
don't beat a corpse
Yeah.
on a Wednesday.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't
Uh,
beat or shake carpet next to an open window.
Oh, well, it is an offence to beat or shake your carpet or rug in the street, apparently. Where would you be? In the garden, I guess, is fine.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I'm not entirely sure why that would be illegal. I'm not.
But, yes. Now, the final thing is traditions we're going to look at. Strange traditions. But I thought we'd start with one I came across.
Mhm.
This is the gravity-defying male jumpers of Lake Geneva.
This is cool. I seen a video on this the other day. They are
Yes.
athletes.
They are.
That's
So
neat.
the idea is they have a package. A boat is passing by, like relatively slow. The person jumps off, delivers the package onto the dock, closes it, gets back on the boat before the boat leaves.
But the Royal Mail to shame, like definitely. They would just launch like a sorry you weren't in card, like at the,
Yes.
at the
Sorry,
dock and
sorry,
just
the
hope it
boat tried
lands.
to catch you, but
Yeah.
you weren't docked.
Can you imagine if these were Amazon delivery drivers? They'll literally throw your package into the water.
Like
Yeah.
on purpose. though.
We've
Yeah.
left it in a safe place.
It's in the sea.
The
On
ocean.
the surface, at the bottom of the ocean. No
the
one
thing-
will find it there.
The thing that's cool about this is that they do it during the summer months, and they
Yep.
have it's basically like its own little branch of the postal service in essence. But they get the contract of them to do this because there's about 60 houses on the lake.
Yeah.
Each one goes around for a couple of hours each day, and it's a tourist business as well.
Oh, you've
So
got an
you're
echo.
sitting on the edge, and you can see
It's probably
all the,
coming. It's
like,
probably being
kids-
picked up by my mic as well.
Sorry, all the kids come in and throw the mail. They say they get one person jumping in to this lake accidentally at least once a week.
Yeah, almost certainly. Almost certainly.
Yeah, it's. I hope you like. I hope well, like if you're posting a package, you post it with insurance.
Well, the thing is, like, they do stop the boat only if the package is big.
That's no fun.
How do they know? Do they have to like,
Well,
circle
probably the
around?
size of it in their hands. That's how they'd know. Probably them holding it would indicate, yeah, it's probably big. We should probably pull over. Or they'll go like, hey, Julie, do you think you could yeet this package off and then get back on the boat before we bugger off? But yeah, the final story is the thing from the past. Obviously, this is a tradition. So let's look at 10 other strange traditions. So, number 10, we've got La Tomatina in Spain.
Oh, is this a tomato thing?
Yes, it's yeeting tomatoes.
This is cool. I've actually always wanted to go to Spain and do
What, to
this.
yeet tomatoes?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it would be fun.
Fun as hell.
Yeah, I feel it
Yeah.
would be fun. Like, I feel like it would
Yeah.
be a waste of tomatoes, though. Unless they're
It-
rotten,
you-
then it'd be like,
They
okay,
use,
then.
use the rotten ones from the
That's fair.
harvest.
Obviously, smashing coconuts on people's skulls in India.
Of
Okay, I'm
course.
down for this one too.
Yep. Breaking coconuts on people's heads is a ritual that has been around for a long time in southern India. It's an extreme superstition. Become obsessed, and therefore, despite warnings, they must have blah 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 blah. Yeah. So we've got smashing coconuts over the head. Is a sign from the gods. We've got a festival of scrambled eggs in Bosnia.
This just says to me that people have a lot of food to like food fight
It
with.
seems so, yeah.
Um,
Like, I guess these things came about when there was a surplus.
Hmm.
They
Well, this one is sort of like they eat the scrambled eggs on this one. So
Yeah, at least they eat them. Then they
Yeah.
spend the rest of the day partying, barbecuing, and jumping into the river.
that sounds fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty good time. Throwing cinnamon at 25-year-olds in Denmark.
before before mace was invented.
Yes, if you are 25 and unmarried in Denmark, not only do you have to face Valentine's Day alone, but you must endure your family and friends submerging you in a cloud of cinnamon.
thought the cinnamon challenge was bad. This sounds even worse.
I mean, but
Well,
why,
especially
though?
if you're getting yeeted cinnamon at your face as well.
Well, they get splashed with water as well, so it stinks.
Yum. Oh, upside, they smell great.
Do
A monkey buffet in Thailand.
they eat monkey?
A lavish buffet. The feast is held to honor of Lopburi's thousands of macaques that supposedly bring good luck. Dancers in monkey costumes. It's to honor the monkeys.
Oh, well,
they
I
don't
think
eat
they
the
could do with
monkeys.
eating monkeys because there is a very bad overpopulation of monkeys in lots of areas, including
Oh, yes.
Places like India. So
I believe
maybe change that.
monkey brain is
monkeys.
also a strange
That was a good
delicacy
way to get
somewhere.
a virus.
Yeah.
Then we've got
Poltrabend.
Poltrabend in Germany, meaning wedding shower.
Well, that can go one of two ways on the internet. Be careful, Mackie D.
Yes, that is true. Before a bride and groom are due to wed, it's a big party with friends and family that gather in front of their house and smash things on the floor, such as plates, flower pots, tiles, anything that make a loud noise. The only exception being glass and mirrors. Once
Of
the
course.
dishes stop breaking is done, the bride and groom must then work together to clean it up in preparation for the future.
They do.
That's a
They
very big
essentially
downtime
go
for the
in
art.
and play 52 card pickup.
They do this in Greece as well.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So it's a lot. I've done it in Greece before. Actually, it's a lot of fun.
Just eating plates.
Yeah. Well, they actually have plates specially designed for this. They're made out of some sort of like plaster that
So
break,
they're easy to clean.
that breaks really easily, but doesn't leave like shards everywhere.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, it's fun. You just you just get these plates and you're just literally just throwing them one after the other at the floor and just watching them break everywhere.
Well, obviously, what was on those cakes? Maybe shoving faces into cake in Mexico.
Ah, I've seen this one. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
just it's a Mexican birthday tradition. A boy or girl will have their hands tied behind their back, and when they go to take the first bite of cake, their face is pushed right into the cake.
I like how it says it's important to note here that Mexican cakes are pretty creamy, as opposed to those brick cakes that everyone knows about.
Yes, those creamy cakes. It's just literally just like a traditional
Plate of
like
cream.
a cream. It's just cream in a pastry. That's all it is.
Oh, like basically like a. Oh, Annalise said cream pie.
Yeah,
No,
it
one of
is.
those. One of those ones that you get on those gags.
Like
when
yeah,
you
the clowns
shove
do
a
it all the
cake in
time.
your
Yeah.
face. Yeah.
The
I love
battle,
oranges.
the Battle of Oranges in Italy.
Did they give oranges swords?
No, apparently, for 3 days, the residents divide up into 9 different squads. It's a battle royale.
Whoa.
It's just the tomato game, but with oranges.
Yeah, they
basically.
sling oranges at each other and try to kill the other team. The
With
game
oranges?
rules are unclear. It is the largest food fight in Italy, though, but not
Whoa,
quite as
hold
big
on.
as the tomato fight.
Is the aim to kill someone with an orange? Because
I-
I would just put a brick in an orange.
we could. Well, no. Well, I wouldn't
put
put
a
a brick
grenade
in
in
an
the
orange. But if you were going to like be sneaky about it, you could freeze the orange.
Oh.
I put a grenade in the orange.
Yeah.
That is a grenade. You'd hit someone, it just splinters. The finger cutting of the Dani tribe.
Oh, this got a bit dark.
I know. Well, that is a bit dark. So baby tossing, that's also a bit dark.
Hold up. When they lose a loved one, the top joint of a woman's finger will be amputated. String will be tightly tied around the finger until it goes numb. Family member, often a sibling or a parent, will cut off the top of the finger. Okay, so I would hope that this would be, if anything, in somewhere like Israel, when most people are doctors. But no. Where is this?
I don't think most people are doctors in
Indonesia.
Israel.
Yeah, and in the baby tossing is they drop a baby from the mosque. People catch the baby. Don't worry, but they still
I
drop
would
the
hope they
baby.
do.
How do they catch the baby? Is it just?
And
with
there's
the
lots of
arms?
people underneath, and
It
there's
says
also
that-
cloth as well.
It says with a cloth. So I imagine it's like, when like firefighters like hold out like a sheet,
Oh my god!
get
Wouldn't it be
some-
amazing
jumps
if
out of like a burning building.
What
It was
you want to eat a
trampoline.
child?
April's like, I really want to try this
I
now.
really
Yeah.
want to eat a child out of a balcony.
yeah, put a trampoline at the bottom. Lots of fun for everyone.
Yeah.
You
It's
have,
like
to,
that whole
you have
thing.
to really hope that you don't miss.
It's like that whole thing of Michael Jackson taking it to an extreme, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. It really is.
Do we have any weird traditions like that in the UK?
I mean, I
I'll
guess.
throw a trampoline baby on a Wednesday.
I mean, like, there's one tradition that I really messed with, like, some of the Australians, because they tried to convince me that drop bears were a thing, and I'm like, I'm fully aware. Like, it's pretty obvious that they're not. So
All right,
I
well,
tried to
we'll
convince
do
them about Boxing Day.
Right.
So obviously,
But
as
Don't
you
they have
as you
Boxing Day in Australia though?
well, no, but as you well, it's different in the UK because it originates
Right.
here. As you know, Lee, the tradition of Boxing Day is when the father, the patriarch of the household, and the eldest son must do battle in a boxing match. Only then
yeah.
the winner is allowed to sit at the head of the table.
Oh yeah, every time. Yeah, me and my father just beat each other up every
So I
every
had to
Boxing Day.
make it roughly sounding convincing.
Yeah.
But they were
Yeah,
just like,
to be honest,
that
yeah.
makes sense. I'm just like, yeah,
That-
yes,
that's
it
the
does.
that's the sort of thing that you could just about believe if you didn't know
Yeah,
much
if
about
I went
Boxing
over
Day.
to the Americans and went, hey,
Yeah.
so we box people on Boxing Day. That's the reason it's called.
Yeah, I mean the nearest thing I can think of is, do you know that festival where like they throw like a wheel of cheese down a hill?
Oh,
and then
yeah.
everybody has to
I mean, there's
after it?
also shin kicking as well.
Oh yeah, shin kicking as well. Yeah, I forget about the shin kicking.
I
thing,
guess
yeah.
May Day, like Mayfair, like stuff.
I mean that's not that weird, is it? They're just sort of like running around a big pool, aren't they?
I
I
guess
need to
so.
show you this festival in this small town that basically a bunch of chavas go to, and there's a football filled with money, and what happens is that they've taken the money out the football now, but if you have the football at the end of this hour-long session, then you win the money. But it's absolutely hilarious because the rules of this are do anything you can to get the football, and I kid you not, it is just beat the living shit out of each other for an hour, and whoever's standing there with a football and hasn't died wins.
To be honest,
it
that
makes
sounds
sense.
that's if you've ever seen a game of Gaelic football, that's pretty much what Gaelic football
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, makes sense. But yeah, that is the end of Weird News. So, Lee, what do you think about doing the other thing I discussed? If not, we could call it there.
I shall probably call it there because
Then
I'm
we shall
quite tired
call
after
it
work.
there. But there's plenty other games later. Of course, I will be streaming on Tuesday, and maybe we'll do more streaming, Lee. Obviously, you wanted to do some TF2 as well.
I would love to do some TF2.
Indeed.
A little bit of man versus machine.
But yes, thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. And what we'll do is we will raid into Hannes since I believe he is live.
Thank you,
ba-ba-ba-ba.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Good night.
Bye.
Cat GG. I'm still live, you know. I still have to click the raid. Yes. Thank you everyone
Thanks
for
for
watching.
Thanks for watching, Ashi-kun.
Yeah, thank you for watching,
Bye.
Ashi. Nice. We shall catch you all later. Goodbye.
Bye.